Welcome back to the LDS Player for another Garden Warfare 2 ranking video. In this video I will be ranking all the Rose variants in accordance to my personal opinion. Thank you all for deciding to watch this video, and if you enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe. Last of all, be sure to stick around for the number 3 variant. I got some pretty epic gameplay there. Anyway, let's jump right in. Falling behind at 5th place is the Fire Rose. The Fire Rose is extremely powerful for medium and long range encounters with their powerful charge attack and overtime damage. The reason this charge attack is so much stronger than the Ice Rose and Neck Rose is because of its size. Fire Rose's charged projectiles are great for pinning an enemy for 50 damage and leaving them to drain around 25 more health away due to fire damage. This can almost kill the majority of zombies. Be sure to use that charge attack at medium or long range and your semi-automatic weapon when at closer ranges to maximize your damage. However, the Fire Rose does have some weaknesses. Fire Rose has so much less primary weapon damage than the original Rose, at almost half. So you must stay far away and charge your weapon to shave tons of damage off your targets, only getting at close range when needed. Try to stay out of close range encounters by using Godify and Time Snare to escape. Overall, the Fire Rose is amazing at quickly killing enemies in far range encounters, but is quite a bit more vulnerable when at close range. Making its way to the number 4 spot is Neck Rose. Neck Rose has one of the most interesting and unique weapons in the game, as any enemy hit by a full charge shot will be incapacitated with a Jinx. This Jinx allows Neck Rose and her allies to do almost double the damage with their attacks and lead to an extremely quick kill. If you're expecting to get any sort of streak with this variant, however, be sure to Jinx enemies as often as possible. Last of all, be sure to not get too close and stay medium range so you do not die to a much stronger primary weapon. Yes, I know some people think this variant is overpowered, but I do not think the same. This is due to the fact that Neck Rose is heavily reliant on her sometimes inaccurate charge attacks, and that's not even considering her decently weak weapon. Without jinxing an enemy, you will do almost half the damage of a normal Rose. Overall, if you have insane aim with charge attacks and can take the risks of a miss, this class is extremely powerful. If not, however, this variant will not give you even a half decent place on the leaderboards. Falling in the middle ground position at number 3 is the Ice Rose. The Ice Rose is quite useful in ambushing enemies from medium or far ranges, as it can freeze enemies and turn the tide of battle, especially in a 1v1 duel. Also, Ice Rose can easily freeze an escaping enemy and fire a few shots to cause them to succumb to their inevitable fate. If you plan to use this variant, be sure to charge a shot before entering into the fray, and be sure to utilize this Rose's homing ability to land your shot. To maximize your chance of killing an enemy, however, be sure to target imps and engineers to almost ensure your victory. Nonetheless, don't take this the wrong way. I really enjoy Ice variants in this game, but I feel Ice Rose falls behind the other variants in a lot of cases. I believe this because her charge shot is so much smaller than Ice Rose, and it's actually quite depressing how much you will end up missing if you're too far away. If you do miss, you are pretty much dead due to your extremely low health pool as a Rose. Also, the Ice Rose cannot fire as rapidly as most other variants, and her damage is considerably lower than the original Rose. However, overall, the Ice Rose is great at killing and freezing weakened or escaping enemies to get assists, but she will usually not have the most abundant capability of a high vanquish count like some of the other Roses. At the number 2 spot is both the Rose and the Party Rose. Unlike the majority of the new classes, the original class is very capable of beating some of the other variants in damage. Both these variants have very powerful rapid-fire weapons, unlike most of the Roses that have semi-automatic weapons. Both of these variants should be used at melee range, as opposed to the previously mentioned variants that are best for medium to far range combat, as they can outdamage even the super brains at a point blank range if careful enough and if you jump around. Nonetheless, just like the other party variants, however, Party Rose does not have as much damage as the original Rose due to the advantage of its legendary mode, so they stay pretty balanced overall. Also, both of these variants are much worse than other variants at mid or long range with the lack of a powerful charge attack, but this isn't too much of a disadvantage if they stay at close range. Overall, both of these Roses are easily tied for the second most powerful at close range, but not as prepared for long range fights as the other Rose variants. Triumphing over the other variants is the ever-powerful Druid Rose. The Druid Rose is easily the strongest Rose in most cases, as not only can it poison enemies with its toxic primary weapon, it can fire extremely rapidly. The Rose has so much ammo as well, and she hardly needs to reload. She can easily do around 40 damage per second with her fire, and that is not even counting the fast-spreading toxic effect or the slight splash damage. However, Druid Rose does have some downsides. Druid Rose does not have a toxic aura like almost all other toxic variants, so you have to actually hit the enemy before causing toxic damage. Also, Druid Rose is not as effective at doing long range damage as the other Roses, nor does it have as fast as a projectile. Overall, Druid Rose does so much damage against crowds and at short range, but the damage falls weaker at longer ranges. If you want short range damage, be sure to use the Druid Rose or the original Rose. If you want long range damage, use the Fire or Ice Rose, or if you are extremely good at aiming and like risky battles, definitely use the Neck Rose. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And also, please be sure to check out my other Garden Warfare 2 videos and more Plants vs. Zombies videos I will be making in the future. Well guys, I am out.